Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another fun-filled episode of Inside NHSTRA. I'm your host, Mark Beaudry, joined today by the one and only Mr. Ben Bazowski and Mike Parks. What's up, dude?
Hey, how are you guys?
How do you turn this on?
What's it on right now?
Wait.
I forgot to start the iPad.
Is there a way we do refresh this?
And then they'll start popping up.
I think we're on.
Turn it towards me. I can peek at it and tell you. You're good.
Okay.
Somebody write a comment, and we'll see if Ben gets it.
Make it simple. I'm stupid.
I know. I forgot. So one thing I did, I forgot to turn the iPad on today. So
It's all right.
So what's up, gentlemen?
What's going on?
Not much. Let me get something out of the way really quick, because when I got to Monadnock this weekend, I about got met at the gate by Jimmy Zellman. And he said, hey, I won my first race, and there was no Inside NHSTRA show for you to congratulate me on.
Congratulations.
All hail Jimmy Zellman.
All hail Jimmy.
Oh.
I'll tell you right now, I'm not saying people were crazy, but they're crazy to think that we were going to broadcast all day in Claremont, then drive down here and do a show Monday night after that.
Yeah, no.
And I slept Tuesday, so.
What do you
happens.
need sleep for?
I don't know.
No,
I still try to Ben always tells me there's 24 hours in the day. You can work 20 of them.
Yes.
I never said that.
No, he didn't say that.
Hey, I'm telling you right now, you missed a fun show at Hudson, though, that day.
I know, but I have to look at it this way. When we have the NHSTRA Vision service, and it has taken off as good as it does, yes, the Hudson Fun Show would have been great, but Claremont Show was a points event.
Yep, no,
I wanted to provide the points event.
I think we're just hoping next year.
Was I really upset when Lori was telling me how much fun she was having down at Hudson while we were at Claremont? Yes, I was very upset.
Well, with luck, next year we'll have two trailers to kind of like coincide everything and all that.
Yes, it's coming. That's definitely for sure. So like, it's super. Yeah, everyone's telling me how great Monday's Day of Destruction was.
Actually, no. Hey, Jimmy Day, Pro V8 Sportsman Series. Hey, I gotta give that guy a hand. He did a great job with that series.
They're fun to watch.
They're fun to watch. Trust me. I asked him. I go, hey, Jimmy, what's the rule exactly on like fenders and stuff? He goes, I don't care. All right. He goes, well, it's got to be a factory. It's got to be factory frame. I'm like, well, the snout of my car is factory. The back is too.
Wait a minute. Is Ben going to join the ranks of the Pro V8 Enduros?
Trust me, I was trying to see if I can get my IMCA mod in there, but I don't think that's going to go.
That's probably not going to happen.
No, well, because it's got the big motor in it for the runway.
You still got your old Camaro?
No, believe it or not, there's a guy up at Claremont running there right now.
Max Bergstrom.
Bergstrom. Yeah,
right.
It's the Black 3 now.
Okay.
He had that car all back together and ran it again.
I give that guy another hand. Putting that back together after that hard hit he had. Holy crap!
Yes, that was an absolutely nuts hit. That's for sure. Other than that, Mike, what the heck are you doing here? What's going on?
We're going to talk some Granite State Pro Stock Series racing, and then we'll just see where the conversation goes from there.
Exactly.
Excellent. Well, I was pretty excited that I saw that you were bringing the Granite State Pro Stock Series back to Lee USA Speedway.
Yep.
Unfortunately, Sunday, Mother Nature decided
Mother Nature didn't help us out.
Rear her ugly head once again.
But we'll be back for Oktoberfest weekend on Sunday of Oktoberfest, and we should have 26, 28, 30 cars in that vicinity, so it should be a great day to go along with everything else.
And the trophies, those look badass.
Those are badass.
Those are like the vintage look, but they look like a building.
I know I saw them.
Yeah, Steve Perry does an amazing job with that
stuff. All right, somebody wants to know where Bob is. Ready? Hold on. Remember we replaced Bob last week? There we go. There's a Pete Piandaca payout right there, guys. That's the new Bob.
That's Bob. That's the new Bob.
Hey, Bob, how are you? $3,000 to win, $2,000 for second, $1,000 for third. Bob is just giving out money over here.
He's giving his money away. It's great.
Absolutely love it.
Yeah, so I can't wait for when you guys.
He's sick as a dog.
Oh, of course he is. Mother Nature, man, this year has been nothing but a bitch.
I tell you, you got 3 shows off though. You got 3 divisions off.
I'll admit, my team that we have at Lee. When it's time to hey man, we gotta get this show done. They move.
Oh yeah,
and the competitors, they understood what was going on. Come on, a racer wants to race, no matter what it is.
I do apologize to everybody that Saturday was not on NHSTRA Vision. We had 2 events all year that were conflicts from a pre-existing
There, you want to?
from a pre-existing contract that I had that needed to be obligated, and I still had that event that still needed to be done. And
Turns on a swivel, I think.
yes, it does swivel.
Yeah.
Look at that. Ben's learning how to use an iPad.
Yay!
Ben's today years old. So we knew about this event. It was never advertised that we were running. We weren't actually broadcasting Saturday or Sunday because Sunday was going to be pass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when the Granite State thing happened, Ben's like, "Can you make this happen?" I was like, "I guess." Let me see.
It was, you know, I don't want to get into the business side of it with how it happened. All I know is Ben gave me a call to see if it would, how fast can you put a race together? And I'm going to be brutally honest. When he asked me that, I was thinking I had 2 weeks to do it. And then when I got off the phone with him, I said, "Oh shit, that's next weekend." So, but we were, you know,
Racing days creep up.
yeah,
They
and
do.
we
Oh, they
were
do.
able to get it done though. And if we would have ran, we would have had, I think, 26, 28 cars, and it would have been a great race. So we'll just got a couple weeks down the road, and we'll do it all over again.
It absolutely sucks to cancel a race. It does.
It does. Trust me, my ego gets in the way of that. I'm like, no, we can get in. I'm like, and then Mike's like, Ben, it's gonna rain.
Yeah.
There's no one gonna be there. It's gonna rain. I'm like, oh, all right, you know what?
It was a smart decision to do what happened, though. Pull the pros, run the other divisions. We got 3 events done.
Oh yeah, and I think Espinette and I have agreed. What we're going to do is that those guys that came to support us on that day,
Yep.
we're going to give you guys another race to offset that race you missed.
Correct.
So there'll be dual features for pure stocks and
Late models.
Late models. But here's the thing:
Those division
It's
lineups are
only-
locked.
Those division lines are locked, and only those
cars.
can run that race.
Yep. It's actually already, I locked it in today with NASCAR because I had to line up the event.
Will that be a point race?
That will be a
That'll
lead
be a
point
lead
race.
point race,
Track
'cause
point
the
race,
problem
but
is
the national
NASCAR
point
the
is
national
done.
ones are closed
Yeah,
up.
the
And it
17th,
sucks,
yeah.
but you know what? I mean, there's so many limited races
Yeah.
that they weren't even close to it. So.
Yeah. So
Is what it is. So Granite State coming back. It's going to be on the Sunday, which that is looking to be like a really fun
that's going to
day.
be a great day.
Oh, that Sunday's going to be. You don't want to miss that.
Yeah, that will be a good day.
I'm
Sure,
pretty
awesome
excited.
day. Oh, yeah, it'd be an awesome day.
I wish there was other stuff going on in the news we could discuss. What else is going on? Like, I don't know.
man, what else is there?
I woke up today to all kinds of news. Tell you what makes everybody happy. It's hard chargers.
Yep.
I can tell you that because everybody loves a hard charger. Let's talk about Monadnock Speedway. Young Guns, Owen Zielinski right now, plus 14. Congratulations. Pure Stocks, Chris Davis. I think he is leading the pack on all.
Thank you, Amanda, by the way.
Chris Davis, plus 33. 6 shooters, Michael Yetton, plus 12. Mini Stocks, Louis Mayer. Was that supposed to be Bob? Nope. Still says Louis Mayer, no matter which way you look at it. Plus 30. Late models, Tim Wenzel, plus 19. Modifieds, Eric Leclerc, plus 29. Moving over to Lee USA Speedway. I'm not reading the comments, but I can see they're flying by because I'm trying to read a piece of paper. I'll have to look at those in a minute. Lee USA Speedway, Pure Stocks, Hard Chargers, Colton Martin leading the charge with a plus 6. Michael Yetton, plus 27 at Lee. David Cameron, plus 18. Late models, plus 16 with Andrew Morin. Pro Stocks, Corey Bubar, plus 16. Congratulations to these 3 divisions. Rodfather Pro Stocks with 262 points. Wayne Helliwell Jr. came out on top of the championship.
Hold on a minute before you keep going. From that, I don't know if it was that day or whatever, 30 years ago, he won his first championship at Lee in the hobby stocks.
Really?
Yes.
That's awesome.
He's old.
Yeah. It's 30 or 15. Wayne, I apologize if I get the number wrong. But, yeah.
Yeah, I don't. Is that possible? Holy
Yeah.
crap.
Yeah, it is. I raced with Wayne back at,
When you had to pedal the cars, right?
No, at Claremont.
Meet the Flintstones.
Way. He was driving Carlton Roby's car. He drove for Carlton a little bit, and that was
That's a look up. I don't know who that is.
late 80s.
So he's been around.
I was born in 87.
Yeah, I know. I'm old too.
I was born in the 70s.
Maybe it was maybe it was the 90s. I don't know, but anyways.
Black Flag Podcast Ridge Runners with 248 points. David Cameron, congratulations. O'Reilly Auto Parts 6-shooters with 286 points. Kristen DiStefano, congratulations. Yep. Those 3 divisions are locked in. Those are your champions for those 3 divisions. So when will the makeup race be? It'll be Oktoberfest. I don't know if the day's been determined. I think it's Friday.
I'm pretty sure it's Friday, I think.
Hey, can I just give a shout out to JD Stockwell? JD won the...
Yes, we're going to get into that in a little bit.
All right,
we're going to get into that in a little bit. Okay. 2 divisions to watch. Pure Stocks right now, going into Oktoberfest, Colton Martin right now is leading the Pure Stocks with 150, followed by Justin Fafford with 136. Late models, this is where it's at. Hayden Grenier right now, 186 points. Wade Jelinas, 182. And if you guys missed
2 spots,
if you guys missed the race this Saturday, this Sunday that happened, Wade was on rails. That car was moving.
Oh, yeah.
Got spun, went from the back, and made his way all the way back up front again.
Yeah.
That guy is looking to best that 2 positions. I can guarantee you on that. So coming up this weekend, we have season finale, NHSTRA Modifieds Quest for the Cup, 100 laps over at Monadnock Speedway. We have the NHSTRA late models, the mini stocks, pure stocks, 6-shooters, young guns, spectator races, and big wheel races. I hope they put in drivers on big wheels. That'd be really fun if they do that. We got pit gates open at 10 a.m. Early start time, guys, over there this weekend. Grandstands at noon, hot laps at noon. Racing starts at 2 p.m. Do not miss out. Season-ending race over there, season finale. And see what happens from there. I'm pretty excited.
That's it.
Yep.
Moving on to this week, we had JDV over in Winchester, New Hampshire at Monadnock Speedway. The NHSTRA Modifieds, the 11X of Tyler Leary, followed by the 13s of JT Cloutier and the 73 of Cole Littlewood. NHSTRA late models, JD Stockwell got out in front, started third, and never looked back. That car, you could see the last 5 laps, you could see Wenzel creeping in every single lap and got right up beside him at one point. JD closed the door, held on for his first feature win in the NHSTRA late model. Very, very competitive field over there. A lot of fast cars. Robert Hagar came across third, and Hagar was on rails. That car started 6th, moved back, moved up, moved back, moved up, and he just put it anywhere he could that entire race.
Who was second?
We had Timothy Wenzel second.
Timmy was second. Okay.
Mini stocks, the 13 of Cameron Sontag, the 48 of Kevin Clayton, and the Bob Stalker himself, 41, finished in third.
Bob Stock.
Pure stocks, Andrea St. Amour. That was awesome to watch. The 97 of Adrian Smith, followed by the 7Z of Zachary Zielinski. Lee USA Speedway, we had the Rodfather Pro Stocks, the 27 New Hampshire of Wayne Helliwell, followed by Brandon Barker and Corey Bubar. Black Flag Podcast Ridge Runners, the 63 of Brian Caswell, followed by the Blue 2 of David Cameron and the 99 of Carl Gagnon. Feature number 2, we had David coming out on top, followed by Brian Caswell and Heath the Butts. 6-shooters, Michael Yetton, Kristen DiStefano, and Steve Miller Jr. Second feature, we had Adam Knowles, Kristen DiStefano, and Michael Yetton. New England Dwarf Cars, Tom Chitwood Harmon comes out. I'm sorry, Harwood. Oh boy, it was the lack of it was the lack of fingers that confused me. Like, I'm sorry, guys. Harwood, I actually wrote it down wrong. That's the problem right there. Don't hate me, guys. Comes out of injured reserve and puts the 29 in victory lane. Not once, but twice this weekend.
Good
back
for him.
to back.
Hey, I think we had, what, 21 cars show up?
Yeah, you
that?
did. It was
21.
It was 21. That's good to see.
There was good racing all around. It wasn't just like up front.
As for that says, it's Tom Chitwood Harmon now. 100%. If that doesn't go on his car, I don't know what would. Followed by the 92Z of Zig Gino and the 31H of Jason Hodgson. Can't people see you're famous right now? You're on a show. Let's see. We had on Sunday over at Lee, we had the original Wheelman late models. We had the 08 of Milton Duran, followed by Wade Jelinas and Justin Beecher. We had the MLM Diagnostic Service Pure Stocks, the 4 of Colton Martin, the 1 New Hampshire of Carlos Grenier, and the 21 of Mackenzie Belisle. Bumpy's Auto Dash for Cash with the dwarf cars. Tom Harwood or Tom Chitwood Harmon, whatever you want to call him. Jason Hodgson and Zig Gino. Zig had a pretty good year so far in these dwarf cars.
Yes, and honestly, you know who's actually come up through the ranks is Jason Hodgson, because he struggled for the longest time with the new car. He was blowing motors, this, that, and the other thing, and the pushing and all that stuff. He figured out something in that car, and first win he ever had was actually at Wiscasset. I've never been there. Beautiful facility.
Beautiful place.
Never been. I've seen pictures.
Honestly, I want to thank the owners,
Richard and Vanessa,
for having us there.
People.
We really appreciate it. I've never been there. I thought it was a fantastic facility.
They do a great job up there.
Jason won his first race, and the cool thing is his son Cody got second.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and that was cool. Kind of like a father-son top three type of deal, and that was really cool to see. And that was
You know what else is cool to see? Mike Parks in the house. What's up, buddy? What else is going on in your world? Ben, what's going on in your world? What's happening in your world in October?
October,
other than the birth of your firstborn.
I know, right? My firstborn, right? I don't know how to word this, but as of October 5th, I will be the sole owner of Claremont Motorsports Park.
Excellent. What are your ideas for improving the track next year?
There's a couple little things I need to do, just track-wise and stuff. Just little stupid stuff. And then Mr. Mike Parks will be coming on board with us again as the GM for
working for
Claremont.
Ben, working for the Speedway.
Working for me. And Brian Martin will be he's moving over to another section of our new thing we're trying to put on for promotions for the tracks and everything. So it's pretty much an equal transition.
It's a side
definitely
step.
It's a side step.
It's actually almost a promotion in a way.
Yeah.
Brian's an important part of what.
Oh, dude. He does a lot behind the scenes and all that stuff too. So I mean,
Brian and I have talked, and we're on the same page, and we're gonna move forward and make this place rock.
So I'm excited.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, me too. I mean,
so that's out from Claremont. So if you guys have questions, Mike's got a screen in front of him. So doesn't Ben.
I thought that said why. I'm like, well, why not?
Listen, it's I was there for 3 years, went away for a year. We were able to put it back together to come back, and I'm excited as hell. It's my hometown racetrack.
Heather, yes.
And
she just asked if you're hiring.
And
yes, I am.
So I mean, I'm able to come back in and hopefully pick up where we left off. My group left off 2 years ago. Take all the good that Brian did this year, add it to the good that we did for the first 3 years I was there, and combine it all together and move forward.
All right, so Steven Stark has a question. More races at Claremont?
Absolutely. Yep. I have a schedule penciled out. I haven't even showed it to Ben yet, but there's like 23 or 25 dates on it. But guys, don't freak. It's not every division's not going to race every single week. Okay, we'll bounce some divisions around, give some people some time off. When Lee's racing on Friday nights, we won't be racing. We have the opportunity to run Sundays on those weekends because Hudson's closed. I don't know if we will do that.
Lots of funny questions coming through.
Yeah, you're going to honor the 50-pound
weight break for the original Wheelman stickers.
But bear in mind, too,
we got to negotiate that.
Well, we got to negotiate that, but you got to remember, Kevin, if we honor that, you got to honor the original Wheelman sticker on each car for a
free load of gravel.
Triaxle load of gravel. If you do that, we'll honor it.
Okay, so Bob Williams asked, mini stocks? Yes. Weekly? No. Bi-weekly, every 3 weeks, 10 or 12 events. That's what it's going to be. Same thing. Okay.
Kevin said unplug Ben's mic.
Okay. Before, all the late model guys start, blasting about questions about the Outlaws.
Yep.
Outlaws will be back. Basically the exact same way as they are right now. Are we going to look at a few minor adjustments? Yes, guys, don't freak out. It'll be minute. And then what we're going to do, guys, it's not going to be weekly. It's going to be a bi-weekly program for the Outlaws. It's going to be every other week, but you'll still have your 11, 12, 14 events, okay? Will there be some back-to-back weeks? Sure. But if you have a back-to-back week, you might have a week or 2 weeks off. So once we get that settled, and then we're going to add a couple divisions.
Ooh.
Okay.
Well,
New divisions.
Now, bear in mind, this wasn't his idea. This was mine.
Okay. Well, one is and
one
one
of them is. One of them
one.
is. The other one isn't.
Okay. So we're going to add. Ben really wants to try Ridge Runners. Is that
Yes,
what you? Is
Ridge
that, okay.
Runners.
He wants to try the Ridge Runners. Okay. So I am all for that. Is it going to be weekly? There again, no. It's going to be a.
Gotta build them.
It's going to be a process. Ridge Runners might be every 3 weeks, every 4 weeks. I don't know yet. Okay, but they'll still have 6, 8 races, 10 races, something like that.
It's kind of like just getting your foot wet into
Absolutely.
the Claremont area, see if they stick.
Yeah, and then the other thing that we're going to do is we're going to run an ACT type late model. Okay?
I like that.
And then we're going to do that on a bi-weekly basis. The Outlaws race, there'll be no ACT type car there. The nights the ACT type car is there, there'll be no Outlaws. I've talked with multiple guys in the Claremont market that have those cars, and of course, it's easy to say you're going to do it when they come rolling through the gate. Well, no, but I'm pretty confident that we can start that program with 10 to 12 cars.
You just got your first Ridge Runner says he's in. Mike Doobie. I'm in.
Yep.
Awesome. So, I mean, there's a lot of work to be done, but I'm up for the challenge. And
honestly, I'm excited for it too, because like I said, if we get more of these divisions to grow in certain areas, we can always bring them over to another track too. So
yeah.
All right. This is the funniest comment I've ever seen him. I just have to. I leave for a month. Bob hasn't won
Really?
since. Parks is back. Ben's still pregnant. I'm coming back.
you know what, Kevin? I did like you. Now I don't.
That is the funniest thing Kevin's ever said.
my God.
That was awesome. I'm excited to see what's going to happen next season. Everybody knew this year was a transition year. It was made very clear, like at the beginning of the season. Mike, you said there's quite a few of these ACT cars out there, so I'm excited to see those come back.
Yeah, and our location, that's. I mean, we're not going to have 24 cars out of the gate. I know that. Ben knows that.
No.
We all know that. It's going to be a process. We could have 8, but I really honestly think we can start, 10 or 12 cars. There's a lot of local people that have those type of cars, and my first thought was make some rule changes to the Outlaws and slowly combine the two.
They're so far off. That's
The
the
cars,
problem.
they're just so different, and the late model guy, the Outlaw guys, the last 2 or 3 races, they've had 13, 14 cars or whatever. So we made a decision. We're going to leave those guys alone. Like I said, I'm going to look at the motor stuff just a little bit, but basically there's going to be no changes. And we'll see where that goes. Hopefully it continues to grow as it did.
I'm excited to see what happens. Monadnock's leaving NHSTRA next season. Like, that was an announcement I saw today. It's nothing that came through any of us. So that is not anything I have information on, unfortunately.
Honestly, that's a reach out to JDV on that one.
Let's see. Harwood said, I'm sorry. Tom Chitwood Harmon says, ACT's a good move for sure. 8 to 14's great weekly show. I like it. I like to see where this goes. I'd like to see the pure stocks grow again too. Like, I'm excited to see what happens with next season.
Somebody's asking about open street stocks. I'm sure, on a regular basis, absolutely not. We're committed.
Well, hold on a minute. I'm not saying every week, but open streets are maybe like once in a great while.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Fall challenge type of stuff.
Absolutely.
But not weekly.
But not weekly. We're so committed to our late model class. So, that's where our
that
focus
division rocks.
is.
That division really rocks, the late models.
Yeah.
Joseph Carpenter says, wish the rules can change a little to allow Seekonk pure stocks to come play with the Ridge Runners.
So, okay. So, believe it or not, I have been in contact with my tech guy, Dennis. We've been working on that to try to possibly get the CCON guys to come in with us. It's just there is a gap that we have to try and bridge, that it's fair to the CCON guys and fair to our regular guys.
Correct.
So we're trying not to, side, because my biggest fear is that if we allow if we allow CCON to come in and we find out that, they come out and just dick stomp the field.
How fair is that to the guys that have been supporting the division?
Or vice versa, if they come and then our guys dick stomp them. It's like, you know what? No, we want to make it so that it's fair for both. So no matter, let's just say you find a CCON car or a Ridge Runner or whatever, and you want to go race at Hudson or wherever we're bringing them, that you're going into a fair playing field.
Yeah, and I think both sides want to see that happen, and I think it could.
Yeah.
Let's see, the boys. Yes, a good show of that will be at Oktoberfest because we do have the Seekonk Ridge Runner Open event there that happens.
God, am I blind? Some of these things, I think they say something else and they don't. I'm like, man.
I know they go by so fast. So I tried making the screen on that one extremely big.
And I haven't up. Like, I need to go to the eye doctor and I get thicker, contact lenses.
So I'm excited to see where it
Mike,
goes.
let me borrow your glasses for a minute.
There you go.
Let's see how blind.
You got to see things you've never seen before.
Nope. Well, actually, a little bit, but then I look around. Yeah, no. Oh, I could see that clearly. Wow. Oh, now my eyes hurt.
Welcome to the You Might Need Glasses Club, then. Yeah. Actually, you do. You wear contacts. You need a better one.
Glasses. Trust me, if I take my contacts out, I can't see that. I can't see a damn thing.
Asking about
John,
modified.
Yes.
Yes.
As far as what type of a schedule, Ben and I are going to figure that out between what we're doing at Claremont and at Hudson, and then.
So modifieds aren't leaving Hudson. They're not leaving. So
and they're not leaving Claremont.
They're not leaving Claremont either. So we're trying to.
So basically, every division that raced at Claremont weekly this year will be back there next year.
Yeah. Same at Hudson.
And like I said, we'll have a 20+ schedule. But guys, remember, you're not going to race every single week, okay? And it might be a case with the late models or the pure stocks or the 6-shooters or something. If a majority of the guys want to race and not take a week off, and I have room in the schedule, maybe we could add a non-point event for them that night or something. So that way the guys that are racing for points, if they want to take a weekend off and go to the lake or do whatever, they can still do that. But the guys that have that racing drive, that want to race every single week, they can still do that.
Facebook list Jeff said, and I'm getting a trophy from him at Oktoberfest, so life's good for Mark. I love him. He's so funny. 4-cylinder youth division at Claremont, even if it's not weekly. The problem with that is Claremont already has go-karts.
Yeah.
Which is their version of the next generation of racers. So it's hard to add that.
They have a lot.
I couldn't believe how many of those come into the pits.
I think, Brian said he had 125 or something like that.
Yeah, 128.
Crazy.
I think he said 128.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
So that's why people were like, well, just run it on Sunday. Somebody said, run it on Sunday. Who cares about the go-kart? Those guys do. They have a huge division there and a lot of people that support it. That's something that we want to continue to grow.
Yeah.
Those drivers also move up and race in that. Young Guns is a great division. There's nothing wrong with it, and I love it, but it's just another division of what we already have, and how many different versions of that can you have?
Right.
Should do a triple track crown between Claremont, Lee, and Hudson for Ridge Runners, make it a select races.
There's all kinds of crazy stuff like
There's
that we
all
can
sorts
do.
of stuff that we can do.
There's a bunch of stuff. Now, I mean, the news is out there. We'll see what happens and see where things carry us. The one question, so this is, all right, so I'll get into, do you mind if I bring up the mini stock thing I talked to you about earlier with Lee?
Oh, yeah.
All right, so I've been reached out to by 11 people today that said, we want to run mini stocks at Lee during Oktoberfest. And the problem with that is the last mini stock race we had there, everyone said they were coming, and we had 6.
Yeah.
So if there is enough interest, and I put up, I'm not saying it's happening. Ben's not saying it's happening. What I would do is if I put up an online registration and let's say, what's a number? What's a magic number for you?
12.
If 12 of them pre-registered, prepaid for the event as a registration, then we would put it on the schedule, and you would get your pit pass comes out of that
And
money.
the reason why I say 12 is because I know that's a decent amount of cars, but you got to remember Lee's a lot bigger than Hudson and Claremont. So it's going to, if you guys spread out, it's going to look like there's barely anyone there if you do like 8 or, something like that. So that's why I say 12.
So I will put up an online, if there's enough, people send me a message. If there's enough, Bob says if there's 20 cars, you'll add $500, and he's serious. So if you get 20 cars, he'll add $500 to the
honestly,
purse.
and I'll match that.
So there you go.
If you get 20 plus, I'll match it.
Here's the thing. Everybody says they want to come play. Now it's in your court.
Yep.
20 cars. Ben will match Bob's 500. So there's
20 plus.
20 plus.
But they have to take the green.
Yes.
20 plus cars have to take the green.
So there could be an extra
feature, not the heat.
$1,000 right there.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put up an online registration. I guess we could call them the Bob Stock.
Why not?
We'll call them the Bob Stocks that day.
Do Bob Stocks / mini stocks so people don't get confused.
Yeah,
if somebody doesn't watch the show or doesn't know what it is.
I agree with that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, but what's going to happen is I'm going to put the registration on my race pass for that weekend. If we get that amount, it will go on the show. The ball is in your court. You have to pre-register. You have to prepay.
Yep.
But what you're prepaying for is your pit pass.
It'll be at the gate.
So when you come, there'll be a list, and your name will be on that list, and you won't have to pay for your pit pass that day.
Yep.
Bob says everybody knows him.
Timmy LeBlanc said, "Put it up tonight, and his money will be there."
Excellent. So now
you got a starting place.
Yeah.
the onus is on you. The offer's been put out there. You can be on Oktoberfest, but it's up to you. You have to show up. You have to register. We can't have what happened with the mini stock battle for the belt last year.
Yeah.
We can't have that happen again because it looks horrible for all of us.
Yeah.
So Jeffrey Murray asked about tour type modifieds. I'm not guaranteeing anything, but I'm absolutely looking into making that happen.
There you go. Bob says he'll be there.
Not at Hudson because it wouldn't work.
Yes.
Andrew Nichols said call him the Bobo Nationals.
Bobo National.
He's going to have to put up way more money
Perkins
than
Racing says
$500.
open mini stocks and promote it.
Well, we'd have to figure out rules for that. Honestly, Bob Williams, if he wants to come up with rules.
Bob and I did some stuff together a while back. Bobby used the same rules that we did, that you and I talked about, I think, at our 50 lapper we did at Claremont 2 years ago. That worked for everybody.
Yeah, those rules?
Actually, I might have those
So if
at
you have a
home.
copy,
I'll look.
Joseph
Yeah.
Carpenter, yes. The
Yeah.
trophies need to have Bob's face on them. Oh my God, this is great.
Could do that. We're looking for trophy sponsors this year too. So if anyone wants to do a trophy sponsor, I think it's like $300.
You can't beat that. The ones that were done up last year, so I know Kevin did some with the original Wheelman. They look so
Well, that's
awesome.
just it. Those are the for $300 are those nice fancy ones. Now, if you want to show off, I'm a bigger man than anybody else, you can always donate more money, and it's going to go right to the trophies. So Steve Perry does our trophies for the Oktoberfest. If you guys,
everyone's asking when is Oktoberfest? The 29th, the 30th, and the 1st.
yes.
Let's see. Templeton's in.
Ryan Courier asked about Outlaws. Ryan, if you weren't watching earlier, yes, we are going to run Outlaws. It's going to be bi-weekly, and the weeks we don't run Outlaws, we're going to run an ACT-type late model. So
Bob Williams says Mike knows the rules. So
yeah, Bob, I got to check. I think I have them still on my computer, but
say,
I'll
Bob,
look.
if you have a set, send them to me.
Kevin Brown says sign him up for his trophies. He's in.
Sweet.
I love it. Look when a plan comes together right there. So, like I said, I would love to see 50 mini stocks show up. That would be awesome.
That'd be amazing.
That would be
That'd
absolutely
awesome.
amazing.
That'd be awesome.
Let's see.
And I know I've had a lot of people ask me this year, why aren't we doing more open stuff and Oktoberfest? Honestly, when I did Oktoberfest this year, I wasn't thinking of that. I just kind of thought, well, here's, okay, we'll put this division here, da, da, da. Next year, I'll I'll probably change it a little bit to what it used to be. You know, if you have one car, you can run in like 3 different races. Because, I mean, let's face it. If I could be a fast car, if I'm the last car, I'm still going to race anyway.
I know, like we'll do at Claremont next year at the Fall Challenge. You know, we'll go back to doing the non-winners race on Friday night because everybody loved doing the non-winners race. We had great car counts for that. And then we'll do some open stuff on one day and then some NHSTRA rule stuff
Harmon,
on one day.
Are you happy now?
Yeah.
Are you happy?
I didn't hear. I was reading. I missed what you said.
Harmon just goes, yes.
About what? What did I miss? Because other people probably missed.
He mentioned to me the old school Oktoberfest was like a lot of open stuff.
Yes.
And honestly, I agree. It's just when I did it this year, I had the mentality of, okay, let's just do regular divisions, blah, blah, blah. And bear in mind, too, this is the first year I owned Lee. I really didn't know what I was doing. I just kind of said, okay, this is kind of what they did, you know, and I kind of did, and I did it that way. So
I'll be honest with you. I don't think people realize Lee is like a city.
Lee is
It
massive.
is ridiculous.
So-
when that race day is going, how many moving parts there
Put it
is.
this way: last year, right when I bought it from Norman Shirley, you know, I was going around the pits. Like, yeah, I'm owning this place. Woohoo! At the end of the day, when we finally announced it, I'm standing at the exit entrance to the track. I'm looking at Lee and I go, "Ooh, okay, this really hit me. This is a lot bigger than I thought it was." So, you know, and like I said, if there's any screw ups this year from Lee, I take the blame for it. You know, like I said, it's the first year of me owning it, and I'll take responsibility for actually any screw ups this year for any of the tracks that I have managed. If there's any mess ups, screw ups, or just downright you didn't have fun because of X, Y, Z, just put it on me. And I'll try and change. I'll make it better for next year.
The one thing Ben has said repeatedly over and over again is whatever we do from here on out, we want it to be fun.
Yes.
If it's not fun, we're not going to do it.
I mean, that's the same thing. Like my Granite State guys will ask me, hey, how long are you going to do the Granite State series? And my standard answer is until it's not fun anymore. When it stops being fun, I'm out.
Yeah, the drama sometimes gets to be too much. All right, so Steve Ferland said John Grenier wants to sponsor the trophies for mini stocks at Oktoberfest. All right, well, that's good. Have him reach out to me.
Yep. Or Steve Perry on that.
Yes.
If you want to do something specific for a trophy, Steve Perry's the guy.
Well, I would say reach out to John Espinette first so you can lock them into that because John is your general manager.
Yep.
So Jeffrey Pike said, Mark Broder, go back and look at Andrew Brusso's comments. Let me roll back. They're coming in a lot. So
I can't.
So Andrew Brusso says, if late models race is still a points event as a rescheduled race from this past week in Oktoberfest, I will add 500 for 20 cars to take the green. But that's not, unfortunately, that's not fair for the cars that showed up to support that event.
That's just it. I mean, if you want to add it for the regular race, that was
there is another late model race happening.
Sorry, I can't tongue twister today. There is another late model race that if you did want to put that to, that's fine, which everyone can run. It's just the first race where we got rained out on, which is a points race for them. You know, it
would stink to have a big purse come up for that and then have people who are not registered and showed up to that day to come and affect the points outcome of that division. Yep. The people that were there that day running for points, that division's already locked with those starting lineups.
Yeah.
Michael Doobie, if you weren't listening before, there's going to be a full schedule at Claremont, so you can just take a deep breath and relax, and we will be there on a regular basis weekly next year.
Yeah.
Claremont needed a reset. The reset button's been hit. Parks is here. Divisions are going to be changing. Someone's asking, are the minis coming back to Claremont? That was also already answered. Anything out? All right, so let's move on to Hudson. Anything different about Hudson next season?
So, pretty much Hudson is. I mean, I've already did so many renovations at the place. There's really nothing else I can do. And pretty much the only thing now is the parking situation. The only problem is that out of all the projects I've done at Hudson, the parking one is going to be the biggest to undertake, just because there's a lot of, you know, when you're making, if I have to make a parking lot or if I have to, you know, I'm trying to figure out a way to make it work for the track and everything, but I mean, I really don't know yet, because right now, if you see what's going on at Hudson, my neighbor, SL Chasey Steel, bought a bunch of land pretty much right next to the land I bought across the street, and he's building an entire compound over there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he's got 14 acres flattened for pretty much everything he's doing. So there's a lot of construction going over there, and then if I try and start mine over there, it's just the neighbors, might get angry and all that stuff. So it's kind of like one of those things where
I was more queuing you up date-wise, fun stuff.
oh, fun stuff. Yeah. So
That's the stuff that people want to hear.
sorry,
They come for the fun.
I know. So I've already talked to a few outside divisions on this thing. Since we had that day of destruction, that was probably some of the most fun I've had in a while. I mean, I even hopped in the kids' learning car, ran the enduro, and I blew the car up. But
come on.
at
least you didn't hit the wall.
My girlfriend's kid, Callie, she ran it, got second in the ladies' enduro. Everyone was just having a good time. And it's just that stupid, like, one-off, spin-off thing, that you'd have. So next year, what I'm planning on doing is calling them Sunday Fun Days, because, of course, Hudson can only run on Sundays and holidays. So
I can never understand that.
Yeah, don't ask me. Trust me. I tried to get it changed, and I thought people were going to kill me. So one Sunday a month, it's going to be just fun stuff. The one-on-one drag guys will probably come up for it. Maybe one or two, and maybe a couple enduros. Just stupid fun stuff like that.
How many years was Big Bob there on Sundays and just do that and was just successful for years and years?
Like I said, it's just I know enduros are getting harder and harder to find because of the car prices and everything. And honestly, if you watch that enduro race, there's very little guys like it wasn't like the old school way of T-bone this guy. Yeah. No, they're racing. Their cars are just a little rattier.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Kyle Robinson, Hudson should run earlier in the day all summer. I agree, but you can't.
So here's the thing. The towns in their ordinance gives me a set time, and they make up the time. It's pretty much, this is the only business that I have ever heard of that the town dictates your hours. And it's not like you get 10 hours. No, you literally get 5.5.
We all love early Hudson schedule because you're home early.
So here's the thing. Yeah, but I actually looked into it. I can technically try and change it, but the process of doing it will take over a year.
Yeah. The hard part, too, for me, from racing down there, and we ran some Granite State, and we ran a streeter down there a little bit, you go down there in the middle of July.
It is hot.
And you start at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. You want to die.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's pros and cons to the later start during the dead of the summer.
But you got to remember, too, my Hudson crew is pretty much, the Hudson crew, Lee crew kind of go the same spots. So we get on it, we'll get a show done in 3 hours if need be. And we can get it done sooner if we cut a little more corners, which we don't want to, because honestly, I think, if you want to go race there, you don't want to, you want to race the full term and stuff and not just cut everything off. So, I mean, I know the late starts kind of suck a little bit.
Yeah, but you're done by 9 o'clock, though.
Oh, if that. I think
I think
we went late once because I think there was a rain
delay or
something. But usually we get done way before our curfew.
Yeah.
And the curfew's 10 o'clock.
Yeah. Somebody's asking about enduros at Claremont. More than likely, 1 or 2. I mean, nothing weekly or monthly or anything like that. A couple of our special events, kind of like what we did before.
It's going to be a ton of fun. I'm looking for the entire season to be a fun. Also, I'm looking for 1 to 2 more members to join my team because we still want to make sure we put out great products. I want to try to give people some days off next year.
Yeah.
And we had, for instance, I had one of my members get sick, and I had another one of the team members' wife get sick. So we still have stuff happen too. So I'm looking for people to come join the videography side. If you're interested, reach out to me directly because that would be greatly appreciated because I plan to continue what we're doing next year as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and like I said, we're still making some change. We're going to be making some few changes on some of the stuff, like handicapping system. I think we're probably going to go to the plus-minus system. It'll make life a little easier for us.
It's the one thing everybody's wanted
Yeah.
there for years.
Yeah, I think the plus minus, and honestly, I think because of with my race pass, it's in there. It's like that. It's you know.
Justin Prescott, yes. Right now, there's no Tiger option, but that's something I'll look at and discuss with Ben, and maybe we can get a Tiger option in with our street stocks. I think it's doable, but as of right now, there isn't. But we can definitely take a look at that and see if we can make something happen.
Yeah. So Tim Griffith just asked weekly dwarf car races at one of the tracks. Believe it or not, this schedule this year was like really hectic. So we're going to try and keep it more centralized to to the 3 tracks and all that other stuff. And possibly, I'm pretty sure Star will have us and a couple other tracks. So it won't be nearly as spread out as much. But like I said, it's just you can have you don't want to flood the market with divisions too either.
Right.
So that's the thing. So we're trying to make it so.
What does Ben tell me? Too much of a good thing sometimes is too much of a good thing. It's a bad thing.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yep.
Too much of a good thing is a bad thing.
See, I even messed up his quote because I just like good things. Is what it is. So things are. I was expecting a lot more questions. Come on, people. What's up?
Cobra tires? What the hell is a Cobra tire?
That's a new tire company.
They've been testing pretty hard.
They've been testing pretty hard.
But I don't know if they have tires for all our divisions yet.
Andrew, are you asking for Cobra tires for the other divisions or for dwarfs?
They do have them for dwarfs. I know that.
Traveling
They have the minis.
Dwarfs is fun. Yes, we know that.
It's a brand new.
I never even heard of them.
Cobra built go-kart tires for years and years and years.
Oh, that brand.
Yes, and then
I've heard of them.
They've been doing a ton of
this
testing.
year, there's some races in the racetracks in the Carolinas that are running them. I believe on some street stocks and stuff like that, and some limited late model type cars. And
Lawless says right now they have minis and dwarfs
okay,
Oh, they do?
ready to roll.
yeah,
Oh, no kidding. I'll have
Yeah.
to look into that.
yep.
But I mean, I know honestly the American Racer tire for those dwarfs have been great for that division. I can't really complain. I mean, we could always test them and see how they go.
Can we get a fun day at Claremont like you mentioned
Yes.
doing at Hudson? Every race
Yes.
day at Hudson
Yes.
at Claremont's fun.
Yes, no, but Ben and I already talked about one of the weeks that Lee is racing on a Friday night. We're going to come back that Sunday of that weekend, and we're going to do a fun day just
I
like
mean, you can have Sunday fun days at Claremont
Just,
too.
we'll try it this year. We'll do one and see if it
honestly, who
works.
knows if it picks up? We'll do one at Lee too. You
Yeah.
never know.
I want to take it to the next step. Maybe we get some professional wrestling. Maybe some. Can I say this? Like midget wrestling too, like extreme midget wrestling
That'd
to
be
go.
awesome.
I've tried to get Ben to build those American Gladiator podiums to have people
Here's the
fight with the
thing.
sticks for
There's
years.
a couple tracks out west that have a boxing ring. It's on a trailer, and if two,
Yep.
I've been wanting to do this since I bought a racetrack. If you got two issues, instead of going on Facebook and being keyboard cowboys, sell it right at the track.
Yep.
Put on the big boxing gloves and just go at it. It'll be great.
Yeah, that's it, Tommy. Dwarf wrestlers. Okay, that's probably the politically correct word.
I don't even know if dwarf cars are politically correct
they're not.
anymore.
I mean, little people.
Little cars. Little people cars.
Little people cars.
Oh, I love that. Harmon says an enduro at Lee.
So here's the thing. They used to be big there.
Bob Williams says he'll fight everybody. I love
All
him.
right, no, Bob, I got an idea. We'll get 5 little people to fight you.
I don't even think that's a fair fight.
Okay, fine.
Gonna need 10 of
We'll
them.
make 10 little people to fight Bob. I agree with that 100%.
Actually, the dwarf car trailer says what we lack in size, we make up for in action right on the side of the trailer. So
Yeah. Well, it's funny because everyone's like, "Oh, small car, big race." I'm like, "No, I want to be some. I want something to look at and laugh."
me and Ben said that to each other last year as a joke, and then all of a sudden it was on the trailer. I was like, "That's awesome." And the same thing with Kevin Brown with his shirt. He turned it into my saying. It turned that into a shirt.
So
Lee Fun Day will kick ASS. Well, that's Oktoberfest.
The governor of Lee just said no.
Kevin Furlong was just asking about $5 day at Claremont. I'll go back through what we did in the past there and see if we can make some of that stuff work. Like one of the biggest things we did, I know it sounds crazy, we did a $2 beer night. and it brought a whole bunch of different people.
What, the different beers?
No. We sold beer for $2.
Okay, so there's a problem with that.
What's that?
So I went to the beer school for this. So if you discount the beer,
It's not discounted. All beers are just $2 that night.
I understand that, but you're discounting it from your regular price, and then you have to discount the food.
That's behind the scenes stuff. We'll talk about
Yeah,
that
we'll
stuff
talk
a different
about
time.
that.
Talk about
Yeah,
that,
we'll
but-
talk
So we
about
still
that.
have people that haven't watched any of the show. So Nicholas Shepard said, "Are we going to have a full season at Claremont next year?"
For the third time,
Yes.
Any news on mini stocks at NHSTRA tracks next year? We've already answered that. What
Jesus.
about ACT late models at Claremont? We guys should go back and hit rewind.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, and yes.
These are all been answered.
lightning round. What else is next?
Is Mike? Who's going to be general manager next
Mike
year?
Parks.
Who owns the track as of middle of October? Okay, like all what's going to happen one one Sunday a month at Hudson?
Sunday fun days. It's all fun stuff.
Whew, I feel like we just got a lot out there. The show could have been
Hey,
5
how's
minutes.
the campground coming? Somebody was asking how the campground is coming. Let's give us a campground update.
So, okay, what happened was that I didn't see this in the plans. The all the plans.
Surprise.
Oh, what is that?
Oh no. Can Ben grow hair again? Lawless.
Listen, okay. You know what? I'll come back to that. The reason why I cut my hair is because my uncle passed away last Friday, and I need to kind of look a little
You
more
look
presentable.
professional.
Look presentable and
Yes.
professional. So that's why.
Yes,
I
dwarf
did.
cars are still running
So,
next year.
See, no hair.
Ben walked into the office the other day and I looked at him and was like,
scared
"You had
everybody.
the perfect mullet. What did you
I
do?"
know. I had to cut it for Uncle Bob. So back to the campground. So when we were doing the plans for it, we included electrical, but there was no electrical schematic to the whole place. So I had to hire an electrical engineer to lay out the electrical. So I think it's all set now. I just gave Hayden
plans,
all the plans for it and all the money for the electrical. So him and Mr. Zulo will be burying the conduit, getting all set. Because pretty much, I think he said he's got another. I think he have 86 sites, pretty much all set.
Yep.
And then they're going to open up the other section for the other. I can't do math for.
I was analyzing where I want mine. I was checking them out the other day. I was like,
So-
"Ooh, what one's closest to the pool and the
So
food?"
I am hoping that it will be done this time or a little sooner next year.
Stephen Lanoux, to answer your question, no.
What is it?
He asked if there was any chance of Claremont switching to Saturday nights.
I highly doubt that.
No, I don't see that in the future.
No.
Yes. So somebody said pool? Question mark. Claremont campground is going to be a.
Okay, so
Maybe people don't explain
so-
the campground
okay,
a little
So the
bit.
campground is not just a regular campground. You park your trail and that's it. There's 2 wash houses. There's a recreation area with a pool. And I gotta look if it's on this plan, the other plan, because I've got a bunch of I have a bunch of other real estate stuff going on too. So trying to remember all this stuff is hard. That there was a general store in there, I believe. I'm not
This is
quite
a
sure.
full service campground. This is
Yeah,
not like
this is a
rent
full-service
a
campground. This is-
camp space at a
Right.
racetrack. This
Yeah,
is a
no,
campground.
This is
campground.
like we're trying to make it so it's a destination.
It's like going to Bailey's and
Old Orchard?
An Old Orchard.
Yes.
And I can
exactly.
guarantee you 100% you'll see me shirtless in that pool every single day after the race.
That's a scary thought.
That is a very
Welcome,
scary-
That's a
guys.
scary
It's part
thought.
of the
That
part
is
of the
very scary.
plus.
Yeah.
But and every campsite is going to have water, sewer, and electrical hookups. I mean, it's like I said, we kind of went all out on this. So when you literally pull your camper up, and it's a seasonal, it's pretty much going to be a home away from home. That's what we want it to be like.
He needs to be
At a
right next to a
racetrack.
racetrack that's running weekly.
Yes.
I like that.
Yep.
Someone said as a joke to me the other day, they're like, "You should jump up on a ladder." I'm like, "I don't jump up on ladders," but scratch out the every Friday night at Claremont because the sign still said racing every Friday night. And I was like, that is funny, but yeah, that's not happening.
No.
Not getting back up there. By the way, I tell you what, Mike gets to walk into something pretty cool. You got a brand new scoreboard.
Yep.
You got brand new pace car,
Yep.
brand new cleanup truck. It's all pretty cool, man.
Yep.
We got to fix the wall on the backstretch.
Yes.
Yep.
Yep.
That's right when the season's done.
Yep.
That's going to get fixed.
And I'm going to spend some of Ben's money too, but he doesn't know it yet, so we got to sit down and talk about that. But
You got to get in line behind me. I try to be the one who spends the most.
no, we need something to offer our sponsors. We need some sort of area for our sponsors.
So,
That's
I have been, ever since we went to Daytona.
You're in love with these things.
I love these things. These are, because you know why? It's loopholes. I love loopholes because you can make stuff go faster and it works and it's safe and everything. So in Daytona, they have these miniature like suites, VIP suites.
Yeah.
They're built out of a storage container.
Yeah.
And it's not like, oh, there's a hole in the container. Ooh,
no,
No,
they do
they're
it the
pretty
right
awesome.
way.
no,
They do it
it's-
the right way. Sure.
They have heat AC in them.
Yeah.
They have a glass front, and up top is a sky deck.
Yeah.
And they hold like, I think it was like 12 people inside, and then you can hold another like 15 up top.
Yeah.
So I'm actually trying to see if I can get some of those for Claremont. I want to talk to the town of Lee, see if I can get a couple of them for there. I got a lot of cool ideas I want to try and get going and stuff. So
Yeah, and I've never been in this position before. I have no problem spending Ben's money and going.
All right, so
going
couple
forward.
questions that come up. Any plans on sealing cracks at Claremont?
Yes.
yes, so there's this new stuff that actually Norm turned me on to. It's the stuff that they use for F1 tracks. And what you do is you burn the sides of the asphalt and you dump this stuff in, and then it melts to. We've Jeff Lapierre has done it to Lee. I bought a pallet of it for Lee.
That's the same stuff that I used at Claremont
Yeah,
before.
Yeah, and I bought another pallet of the stuff because I mean it's pretty much the old tracks ripping up, and this stuff is staying.
Yeah.
So it's
Next question was bring back a version of Pepsi Night like back in the day. Great. We would love to, but that's not on. That's just not the track deciding. Let's have Pepsi Day. That's related to sponsors and
that too. And could you imagine insurance nightmare? I'm just putting 50 kids on a flatbed trailer and driving them around the racetrack. Yeah, that's
what
it was so much fun back in the day.
Back in the day at
well,
Claremont.
back in the day you could get away with
Yeah.
stuff.
I got my first ever driving a race car. I got to go in Mike Barusso's Pro Stock on Pepsi Night because they used to let you stand on the wall, they'd pass you in the race car, drive you around. I remember Mike's like, "Don't touch that. That's hot. That's hot. That's hot. And don't touch this." Okay. And
But we can still do that.
Brings you around the track and stuff. It was a fun time.
We could still do.
Well, you know what we need to find? We need to find one of those old trams that like Loudon has.
Yep.
You know, you hook onto the back of the truck
Yep.
and you go around like a little tour thing. So when I went to Loudon, I bought all the bleachers for the leftover ones they took down.
Yeah.
I actually asked the general manager, like, "Hey, what are you gonna do with those?" Oh no, we don't own those. Those are owned by Toyota. I'm like, okay. He goes, "But if you need them, we can lend them out to you." I'm like, "Ooh, that's a bad idea."
Yeah.
That's a
Where's
bad
that?
idea.
Where's that at?
That's at Loudon.
Oh, there might be a whole bunch of more of those in the future. Who knows? All the rumors that are running around about that.
Oh, I know.
Well, all right. So Harmon says, bring back mechanics races at the end of the year. What is a mechanics race? I don't know what that is.
So pretty much, it's like if you have one of your crew members that work on the car,
Yep.
they
Throw
call
them in
that-
the car.
you throw them in the car. Good.
In their car. I mean, you want to. All
No,
right.
that's what they do. They throw them in their car.
Right.
You could.
That could be done.
Actually, that'd probably be a Sunday Fun Day thing.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, that'd be a Sunday Fun Day thing.
Absolutely.
Ben, what about the bus? That bus is gone.
What?
Our bus.
Oh yeah, no, that's good.
That bus is long
No,
gone.
we sold the bus to buy Mark's.
I have never even released that.
What?
The new thing that I got.
No. The trailer you have now.
Yes. I have a new trailer
we
now.
sold
yeah.
the bus to get the
to
trailer
buy
you
that
have
the
now.
trailer that we use now,
Yeah.
which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Let's see. Mark versus Kevin grudge match. No, nobody wants to. I didn't belong in a race car 20 years ago, and I don't belong in a race car 100 pounds
Hey, we
heavier
we
now.
did this at go-karts at Daytona,
I jumped out.
and yeah, he's like, "Yeah, I'm good. I'm done."
I couldn't breathe. The guy says to me, he's like, "I can get you an extended strap if you want." I'm like, "I would rather slit my wrist than put an extended strap on to sit in this car." And I was so in these carts too. They were straight upright, and there wasn't a lot of room, so I'm like cramped. I couldn't breathe. And then I was like, "Yeah, I'm out. I'm out.
Well,
Let's see.
I kind of hope that, for the guys from Claremont that are listening, that this kind of eases them a little bit, because I'm from that market up there, and I know a lot of them weren't really thrilled with the short schedule this year. But to everybody's defense, they raced half the races that they were supposed to race with the weather and everything too.
This weather killed everything. Because I mean, I had six rainouts at Hudson. We had a couple we had 2 at Lee.
Yeah.
And Lee's on a real limited schedule.
All right, so Harmon says 98 people still watching. So I have, you can look right there if it's going to focus. I have 199 still watching because we're actually broadcasting on five spots. Do you guys want to go for a few more minutes?
I mean,
whatever you want to do.
whatever you want.
Whatever you
If
want.
people, no, there's no more Jersey Mikes because Kevin's not coming anymore.
Yeah, Kevin's a jerk.
It was so, I get so mad. It took a year and a half to discover how much we like Jersey Mikes and eating. And like immediately 3 weeks after, Kevin's like, so I'm going to take the summer off. I was like, what's going on? Let's see. Sorry, I'm on. Yeah, because we're on a bunch of different sites.
Yeah.
I can't believe a bunch of
Believe
people.
it or not,
Answer Ryan's question. What's Ryan's question? Campground is seasonal or nightly option? It's a seasonal campground.
It's a seasonal campground. Yes. It's gonna. I think it goes from. I'd have to look back in the bylaws and stuff from what the town maybe
Probably
do.
April through November or something like that.
I think so. I think it's beginning of April to beginning or middle of November.
Randy Town just sent me a message. Did you buy my old street? It was a late model. Yes, I did. I ran it as the one. So it was. That's so funny that mysteriously years later that gets said. Yes, I bought. It was your car that Rook built. It was a blue car with flames up the side of it. When I got it, it was white.
Yeah.
It was great, and then I sold it to somebody up at White Mountains, and they immediately put it in the wall week 1, and the car got destroyed. So, and my other car, Matt Carbone bought and won like 7 championships with it. So,
Ricky Melcher, I apologize. I did not see your question. Your question is Toby Batchelor coming back? Well, the only thing I can tell you that Toby and I have had some discussions, and I'm working hard to make that happen, but I can't give you that answer right now.
So that, I mean, it's just so people, and I get
this all happened, guys. This all happened in a matter of a couple weeks. So, we haven't had time to do a lot, and
just
so
I just want to make sure I say this on every show. The questions, we're not ignoring people. They go by so fast. So if we don't see them
on my screen,
right now we're at 597 comments. So between all the different sites, they go by quickly. So I don't see a lot of them. So I'm going to give you guys a few minutes. If there's anything that we did not answer, anything that was missed that you would like an answer to, please put it in the chat and we'll do our best to answer it. Like I said, it's never done on purpose. I'll be honest, when people put D-head comments in, I skip them.
Right,
like it's just going to happen.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Bring back Toby Batchelor. That's in Toby's court. Will the fall challenge at Claremont this year be 3 or 2 days, and what division? That is being worked on. Let's see. How much for a seasonal site at Claremont? I don't even know if Ben has that figured out yet.
I got to figure that out first because...
you don't even know what you have into it yet.
All that, but I also got to look into insurance and all that other
stuff. Yeah, you need to
be
be competitive with the other campgrounds too, so you got to see what...
Is Mike leasing the track again?
No. So what it is that Mike is working for me because I will be buying the rest of Claremont as of October 5th. So Mike will be working for me, but I mean we've pretty much gotten along on a lot of the stuff we bounced off each other. We're pretty much in agreement with.
Yeah.
So
Bob wants to know if this is a live show. Nope. You're watching last week's show.
Yeah. You're like 3 hours behind.
This is a show from last year or 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Chance for a family pack to get families back in the track.
Anything
always
is
love that
possible.
idea.
Yeah.
Like I said, we got to do a lot of brainstorming this year. So
let's see. Will there be rules packages earlier? I don't know. Choose only. So you can't. So can you choose to only camp one night there? I believe Claremont has a policy against transient camping.
I'm not 100% sure on that. I think in the campground, I don't know, but I know if
I know at the Speedway.
Yeah.
For the city, somebody can arrive with a camper the day before the event and leave the day after the event. So if it's a 3-day,
Adam Perkins, I'm fine with that.
So if it's a 3-day event, say if you were racing Friday, Saturday, Sunday, they could arrive and camp at the Speedway from Thursday and leave on Monday.
Yeah.
Tim Levitt has a question that I've asked myself since these cars exist. Why do the Outlaws look the way they do? I don't know. They're so ugly.
Aerodynamics.
Aero.
I know, but come on.
No, dude, it's all aero. It's
I know. I
fast.
just hate the way those
Go
look.
out the window, going 50 miles an hour, stick your hand out the window. You feel your hand push back. And
Oh,
then
no,
when you
I
go like
get it. I get it. It's
you
just
can go like this a lot easier versus this.
I'm going to get pulled over tonight because I'm going to be going like this out the window. People think I'm giving hand signals. Fix the spare stock rate, the left side percentage. That's all stuff that goes above me.
We're right now we got to get the base of everything, what's going on, then we can go into that.
Yeah.
So.
Any other questions, guys? Going once, going twice. Unrestricted here. Oh, I get what that.
Yeah.
Okay. I am Kenny Scott. I'm really looking forward to going to Claremont, the final race at Claremont. Yes, because you guys are going there for the fall challenge. The Dwarfs are. Oh, I like the Outlaws better. Bob Williams throw Pure Stocks in the trash. Bob is a real big proponent of
Pure stocks.
Pure Stocks moving up to minis.
Yeah.
He likes that. What's they do?
Well, the thing is, though, the Pure Stocks, it should be a entry-level 4-cylinder division.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree.
That's what we have to do and when they want to go fast, we have to say no. If you want to go fast, build a mini stock.
Yeah.
Divisions get out of hands because people get things to make them faster.
Well, and the thing is,
I will put up Tim LeBanc. I will put up the mini stock registration tomorrow morning. It will be available on Lee USA Speedway. Click driver registration. It will be right there for you.
I mean, you can't stop technology.
No.
That's the problem in any racing, in any division.
Is it true Claremont's going to be a dirt track again? No.
No.
All right, someone said to give a quick update on everything. All right, so thought we just did that. October 5th, Ben's buying the track completely. Mike Parks is taking over as general manager. Brian Martin is being promoted to another position inside of NHSTRA.
Well, hold on on that. Brian Martin's running out this season.
Yes, Brian is still the general manager of Claremont Motorsports Park for this year.
Yeah.
Moving over to another position in the organization. Also, wants to watch his kid race some too. Come on, Colton's growing up in front of his eyes, becoming a really good. I know, Scott. It was a joke. I got you. I just had to.
The reason he's asking is because I love dirt racing, and I've been to this summer. I've race chased probably 80 races, and half of them have been to dirt tracks.
Yeah, you've been all over the place.
Yeah, so
I've always wanted to try a dirt car.
Yeah, I've never driven one. I ran a mini sprint once at the old indoor track in Westfield.
I have my simulator, and you can put on dirt and all that stuff, and I'm like, oh, this is so fun. I want to actually try this because you know how simulators go.
Yeah.
It's cool, but when you get it, it's totally different.
The two coolest things I've ever driven in my life was a 600cc mini sprint at Jolly Roger. I did that like 20-something years ago. And then I got to try, I don't even remember. It was a like quarter scale trucks that they tried bringing out like 25 years ago.
Oh,
and
yes.
they had motorcycle engines. They were very dwarf car-esque, except they were trucks.
Yeah.
Coolest thing I've ever been in my life.
I think they have them out west. They're like 350 Supers, but they have street bike motors in them, and they're smaller.
I haven't seen those yet.
Oh, dude, I heard they are insanely fast. I forgot what they're called, but it's literally like you sit next to the motor, you got a wing on it, and the car is just really small, but they fly.
Are the Pro Stocks coming back in rules to where Pro Stocks will, they race.
Yeah, Pro Stocks are coming back to Lee.
They're a division at Lee.
We're not going to race them on a weekly basis or a bi-weekly basis or anything like that at Claremont. If I can make it work, we'll do 1 or 2 Granite State races there, and that'll be it.
Doug Nielsen said this. So the top 10 pure stocks should move up to mini stocks. That is all in their hands. Those cars are all move upable.
Yeah.
Every one of those cars in that mini stock division could move up. Yeah. There's so many things that could happen that could make racing better. It's all a division of.
Am I racing my dwarf car next year? Yes, but it'll probably be at Riverside, not in my division. Because I'm not going to run my own division.
Someone wants to know if you're going to keep up tradition of trying to knock down the turn 4 wall at Lee this weekend, or Oktoberfest.
If I'm going to try?
Yes.
What am I gonna run?
I don't know. Everybody will put their car up because they don't want to have you break your unbreaking record of hitting the wall.
Oh my God.
Jimmy Renfro's got a rental.
Yeah, I've hit that wall with that car. As you know, I didn't. No, I never hit the wall with that car. It is the car that George Baldwin has now. I've hit the walls with that car. But it's fun. Not hitting the wall, but it's fun racing.
I'm gonna go knock them down.
Somebody asked about 602 dirt mods. I don't know. Definitely, I'll try to do something with them for the fall race next year. I don't know about during the season, but never say never. I want to call Butch Elms of Bradford and touch base with Butch and let him know, and Mike Bruno, and get some ideas from those guys and see what it is.
Do you really think I could fit in a Pro 4 mod or a Pro 4? Yeah.
Yeah, you could. Hell yeah.
You could get in one of those.
No, I'm telling you, I have a really weird shape. I have short legs and a really long torso. I'm like an amoeba. I really don't have a defined shape. So
I'm extremely round, and I could fit in a Pro 4.
that's just it. You probably have the headroom. I sitting in. I'm probably sticking past the cage because the car I rented.
Ben
for
has to
Jimmy,
custom order every fire suit.
well, no, because the rental car I did for Jimmy, my head stuck above the cage.
Oh, did it?
Oh yeah, it was like that much.
Yeah.
So I'm like, please don't roll over.
Pro
Please don't
Stocks
roll
at Claremont next year.
maybe a special race with Granite State, but not weekly.
No.
Mark Beaudry asked Ben about scooter races at Lee. No, too many people are getting hurt on those things. You guys are all crazy with those
I think it was
scooters.
me, Ryan Lawless, and Justin Harris's Uncle Rob. We were scooter racing around the infield.
I'm excited for this year. Oktoberfest is coming up.
Yep.
This Saturday, final race of the season for Monadnock Speedway. Get out and support that. It'll be on NASTRAvision, www.nastravision.com. Everyone's glad Mike will be back. I don't see anything else
and
here.
Oktoberfest, I am decided to do a pig roast on Saturday night.
Oh, sweet.
So it'll be a pig roast Saturday night, and it's free of charge.
Did you hear that?
Free of charge?
Yeah, free of charge.
Oh, you shouldn't have said. You should
I
tell
know,
our Granite
but,
State guys that. Oh my God, you'll have
I know,
200
but,
of them.
Like I said, I want to give back to the people that have supported the racetracks.
That's
and,
awesome.
And I want to show that I, as much as sometimes I come off as an asshole, that I appreciate everyone that does show up and come support.
Melissa Rogers said her son saw them running at the infield and said they should do it. I almost ran her kid over. I felt so bad. I was trying to
Mark, Jesus Christ!
I was trying to run up the stairs real quick, and I didn't see him, and he was flagging, and I almost dump trucked right over the top of him.
Of course you did.
Is Artie doing the?
Yes, Artie's doing the pig roast.
So you doing one pig or two?
I got to see how much a pig costs. I got to see what it's going to cost. I don't know if his smoker can do two.
Find out,
I'll find out.
and then if I got to kick in for one, I'll kick in for one because
Okay.
I'll invite all the Granite State guys down on Saturday night and do
that's fine.
do the same thing.
We're still trying to work on doing the silent movies.
Yes.
That is still in the work. I heard Ben has outruled me on movie. I heard it is now supposed to be Talladega Nights.
What?
So
What,
somebody told me that this week. I was going to do Days of Thunder.
No, I want Days of Thunder.
Oh, someone told me this weekend.
No,
Ben
I
said
want
it's
Days of
Talladega Nights
Thunder.
now. So I said, you know
I
what?
swear to God, they better make a Days of Thunder 2. They made Top Gun 2.
They're going to. It's in the process.
They better, I swear.
I say if it works really good Friday night, let's do it again Saturday night. We
I
could do
agree.
both.
I agree.
I mean, and we'll set up the FN transmitter and we'll blast it out. You guys
Hey,
can
I
listen
got
to your
an
ears.
We talked about a video board, a traveling video board.
Yes.
No, I'm not buying the one at Loud.
No. But I was just thinking.
That
what,
might go- no, that
what-
travels, though.
What are you going to do the movie on for screen?
Blow up screen.
Could you do that?
It's not big enough for the infield. I have already thought about that.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
would love
Justin,
it.
We thought the same thing.
And it's
You need-
inflatable. And if the cars
you
go
need
around
a-
and the thing comes
It-
thing, it's all,
it
the
probably
video board
blow-
go
okay.
flying
Yeah, you need a
across.
real big one, and honestly, it'd have to be. I mean, you could probably do it, but you'd have to make it so like people brought chairs or something like that.
You can get a pig in Manchester for like $90.
Sweet.
One of the
But the
things
nicer
that
looking girls are 150.
George Powers, you are the man. You are the man.
I just saw that. That is hilarious.
George.
Good old George.
So Pig Roast, Days of Thunder movie at Oktoberfest. It's going to be a blast, and hope you guys liked
And-
anything that was said this
And like I
this
said, if you
tonight.
want, we have camping spots coming up soon, so we'll have the forms out for that. And then
We're not even
I
finished
should
with.
hit the really. I should hit the inflatable screen at Lee. Come on, guys. I'm not that bad.
No, I think they're asking you to hit it for fun.
Oh yeah. I probably will.
Come flying through it.
Just don't get me drunk. I do stupid stuff when I'm drunk.
I second that. I've seen it firsthand.
Yes.
All right, guys. I think that's going to do it for today. This is a lot of fun. You guys have questions? Send them in.
One last thing, guys. If you have any questions as to what I'm doing next year at the racetrack, I'm not telling you not to communicate with Ben, but I know Ben's going to get sick of hearing. No, I shouldn't even say it like that. But his phone's going to blow up with all 3 racetracks. Reach out. 90% of the Claremont guys have my number. They know how to get a hold of me anyways. Just reach out, and I'll do the best I can to answer your questions.
That's one thing that
Jeffrey Pike.
that
Love
should
doing
be it can't be understated. I wish we could have a dunk tank, but it's going to be really cold in
it.
Oktoberfest.
Yeah, that'd be really.
Every one of these tracks has a general manager, and you guys should be reaching out to those general managers on a regular basis for your issues, and basically go from there. I'm excited for next season. We'll see what everything brings. I mean,
I'm pumped. I'm really
I'm
pumped
excited.
up.
I mean, Mike is so pumped he drove all the way down to Nashua.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm in.
Yeah. Hey, all the driving I've done this year, this is nothing. So.
Where's the furthest you've driven for a race this year?
Mid-Ohio for the truck race.
Holy crap!
That was like 9 hours. Then I drove to the New York-Ohio border for the World of Outlaw late model race. That was 7.5 or 8 hours.
You
home.
get your pilot's license?
No, years ago I thought about it.
Because I was thinking about doing it for Claremont because literally I'm right near Nashua. I can just go from there and
To
then
the airport
to
in
the
Claremont.
airport.
Yeah.
And then I tried it and I got sick. And
Yeah, you can do it.
Oh, you should have done it. It would have been a lot better of a commute.
There's a lot to do to get your pilot's license.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I'm too stupid to figure it out.
When I went to that World of Outlaw late model race, I left the racetrack at 10:30, and I just drove home. I got home at 5:15. Just set the cruise at 80 or 85, and
Hey, I used to do Florida, and I used to just drive by myself
Sure.
24 hours straight
Yep.
right to Florida. And I'm like, oh, what am I doing?
Funnest race you've been to this year?
um,
Because you've seen a bunch of different stuff. I ran into you down in Florida.
yeah,
Let's see. You've been everywhere.
yeah. The funnest time I had was like the 3-day Canadian swing. I went to Drummondville for 2 nights, and then drove to Brockville, Ontario.
No. Jeffrey Pike looking extra for 24 Bob Williams is the pilot.
The cool
Do
thing
you
about
want us to die?
the cool thing about going to Canada, okay, is
Have they opened the borders for like racing and stuff?
oh
'Cause
god
before-
yeah oh
okay,
yeah
I
yeah,
said
yeah.
this before. They were
So
like,
you go into the every ticket's a pit pass. So you go to the front gate and it's a pit pass.
That's odd.
Yeah, every ticket is a pit pass.
Hey, no, that is that Pinty series still going
Yep.
around?
Yes, I watched it on, I think,
too
Flow.
bad they wouldn't come down south.
Oh, they probably would.
That'd be cool. Get them at like Claremont or Lee or something.
And when you go into so at Drummondville, you go on the gate, and there's a tunnel that goes underneath turns 4 into the pit area. So you come up into the pit area, and as soon as you get into the pit area, there's a bar.
It's Canada. They don't care.
Oh yeah, no, you can buy, and there's a sign that says driver 2 beer maximum.
Wow.
I want to move to Canada.
Yeah, but you know what? It's always been that way. And you look around, and guys are just working on the car, and then they're done. They sit down and have a beer, and there's zero issue in the pit area.
yeah.
I mean, zero. You wouldn't even know that they had
honestly,
beer in the pit area.
I blame the lawyers and the insurance company for ruining this country.
Yeah, that's.
Seriously.
I mean, it's really cool. So.
I just want to double check one thing real quick. I know. I might need another minute.
Oh, Jesus. But yeah, no, this coming year is going to be...
It's going to be a blast.
It's going to be a blast.
Do not forget, I don't care about pig roast. I don't care about silent movies. The best thing that's happening at Oktoberfest will be on 9/30/2023 when we honor the best late model driver in New England, Milton Duran, with his belt presentation.
Yep.
So do not forget. I wanted to make sure I had the day right. It will be this Saturday event. We will be honoring the one, the only best late model driver in New England.
He needs to do the Ric Flair woo on top of his car
Yes.
with the belt and the whole deal.
So I had
He won't do it.
No,
Matt-
he
he
won't.
won't do it.
No, he won't.
Matt
He won't.
Sonhalter actually came up to me at Claremont, or it could have been Manat. I go to a lot of tracks. They all blend in. He came up to me at a place that races cars and said, I heard what you said on the show. I will 100% hand over the belt to Milton Duran. He goes, he won it fair and square, and absolutely. So we might do something fun. Who knows? I say we got to roll out the red carpet. We got to have Milton drive the pace car. Like, we can have a lot of fun with this right here. So, yes, will you roll out the red carpet? Somebody just said. Milton was so mad because he wanted to come on the show today.
Really?
He texted me yesterday. He's like, can I come on the show? I was like, show's booked. Can I come in? I was like, no. You sure I can't come on? I was like, no. He's like, I see, Dad, you're mad at me. I said, maybe next week. So,
I need to eat. I'm
we got to
starving.
get rolling because now since Kevin Brown doesn't come here anymore, we don't get food. And it's 8:23. We went long enough. There's still hundreds of people watching.
There's two fat guys
Yeah,
in this room.
that haven't eaten dinner yet.
Yeah.
So
We're going to sacrifice Mike.
I gotta lie. I already ate.
You jerk. What the hell?
You said don't offer you unhealthy stuff.
Yeah, clearly that's helped out a lot.
All right, guys. When will Hudson banquet tickets be available? That's something that Ben's working on.
So the banquet isn't in November this year because what happened was my buddy that owned the banquet hall, he sold it and he didn't. It's my fault. I should have re-upped on this. So November was booked. So now everything's actually going to be in January.
That's an awesome place too.
But here's the thing: it's going to be Hudson, the dwarf cars, and Lee.
Oh, that's gonna be
all
awesome.
in one. So, and it's going to be at Alpine Grove. Jeez, wow, that took me forever to figure
Someone
out.
says I should throw you a nugget. See if you can catch it with your mouth.
Go ahead. Wait, did you get nuggets?
Of course I did.
Oh, I got nugs.
Oh, so close.
So
Oh, I
close.
said the F word.
All right, guys. On that note,
Yeah.
we'll see you next week. Have fun.
Guys,
Bye,
thank
guys.
you.
Say I'm still going to